This Friday, from Disney, the musical movie event of the year arrives in theaters.
My name is Snow White.
Flawless.
Exquisite.
Get tickets now.
Waiting on a wind.
Snow White will have you on your feet
I think that's a wonderful idea.
and cheering for more.
I was thinking the same thing.
Experience the magical story.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
Snow White.
Disney's Snow White. Only in theaters Friday. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Tickets on sale now.
Today at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop Deal Double G.
Snoop, where can people go to find great deals?
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence on us, plus 4 lines for $25.
That's quite a deal, Snoop. And when you switch to T-Mobile, you can save versus the other big guys' comparable plans plus streaming.
Respect. We up out of here.
See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence requires iOS 18.1 or later.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
I can say to my new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, hey, find a keto-friendly restaurant nearby and text it to Beth and Steve. And it does, without me lifting a finger. So I can get in more squats anywhere I can. 1, 2, 3.
Will that be cash or credit?
Credit. 4.
Galaxy S25 Ultra, the AI companion that does the heavy lifting so you can do you. Get yours at Samsung.com. Compatible with select apps. Requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy.
This episode is brought to you by Walmart. New beauty is in bloom at Walmart, and it's all about springtime radiance. From Drybar, Tula Skincare, and hundreds more available online. Walmart has the premium brands you want and this season's on-trend products for flawless, glossy hair and hydrated skin. Big name beauty brands? Check. The things you love? Check. Find trending spring beauty and all you need to look and feel gorgeous at Walmart, on app and online.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
What's the cold open before the cold open starts? So what is that called?
God.
Because that was a tough one.
Yeah.
That was a tough one that we just went through right there.
Oh, before we record, yeah.
That's the best show, by the way.
Is it?
By far.
Well, hold on.
That's the best show. It is.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's true.
That's the best show. It's true.
It's a good show.
It's a great show. It's the best show.
Is it?
It's the best show.
It's a show that Amin and I really like.
That's fair.
Mayes Tepin.
Yep.
John Tepin.
John Tepin. You're going to kill somebody.
I'm not going in yet.
I could not imagine spending 3 hours on something that I didn't like after 10 minutes. You don't like it. You are a weird individual to keep watching. What are you, nuts? You dedicated a week of your life to dislike something? Get a hobby, knit something, go for a walk.
Previously on Cinephobe.
How am I supposed to go back to the me before all of this pain?
Excuse me? We're new in town and we've never had sex before. Would you give us a hand?
I would have rather seen his cock.
Out away, Bobby! This episode in this movie exists.
You bet your sweet ass I saw a lawnmower man.
Oh, Teddy.
I'll call some guys from my neck of the woods. We're not talking, Brooke, about a couple of queens who know a few grapples. We're talking about Polacks that don't have a goddamn future.
You have a stupid heart and a stupid brain.
Regular Einstein.
You think I'm a coward? You're wrong. I'm not a coward. You're the coward. I'm not a coward.
I love cocaine. I do it all the time.
I'm sorry, you guys. I don't mean, like, homosexual. I mean, like...
I got nukes shooting out of my dick right now. I've got so many nukes.
Dick Nukem.
I mean, look at this buffet of ass.
Mouth to dildo, dildo to ass to ass. Hi, Brant. Anal beads.
I'm the goddamn talent, Maze.
Look, Gene, I've never told anyone this before.
My head!
But I can suck my own dick. And I do it a lot.
1038. This movie is shit.
You don't know shit!
Holy shit, bro! I had the same note too!
I swear to God, both of you guys are the biggest fucking liars in the world.
Howdy. You should have saved this for the train.
All right, au revoir, Luban. Lisa, solid?
Oh, Amin, why don't you just be like a regular person and dream about regular threesomes? Like clones.
Give me some soul kisses, baby.
Hey, beautiful. What?
Oh, dang.
Oh!
My nose.
I can't indulge this comparison to a person that Amin may or may not know in a movie that has nothing to do with this podcast.
That's some 20th century shit, bitch.
We will tangle ass.
Say hi to your mother for me.
And you will lose.
What's the end game? Okay, now everyone's dead.
What is fucking Spence from Ballers? Who cares what the end game is?
I am wrath.
McCavity!
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast. We break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin Hassan. That's Anthony Mayes. Make sure you listen to us on Spotify, or we're going to crash your plane, which is topical, and then we're going to take over your company and find all your family riches.
Richie riches.
I almost did a Italian thing here because I started listening to Out for Justice when I woke up this morning. I need to talk about Out for Justice. I'm so tired.
We can switch to Italian things when we get to the cast, but
oh yes,
Spotify is where you can vote in the poll, like the poll for Vantage Point. 81.4% phobe, 18.6% file.
Wow.
How much do you think that is influenced by us, the phobe file? I was wondering about that.
It is, but there's still 18% of people.
That's crazy.
Who filed Vantage Point with us burying it for 2 straight hours.
Do they know what they're doing? Do they know what that means?
Spotify is also where you can leave a comment like Leandro Andres Love, who says, me and my friends saw this as teenagers in NYC. The audience groan after the 4th to 7th rewind was a universal experience. Somebody threw their drink and walked out in our screening.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Was it Zach?
And then Superman Tanker commented, Cinephobe is Vantage Point. Rewind. Amin is Jerry Stiller talking about pussy crushing counting. Rewind. Zach forcing diddler joke. Rewind. Beat a dead horse watching an actor in short period. Travolta, Neeson, Cage, and now Seagal. Rewind. Tired bit of Amin and Zach agreeing. Beep bop boop.
Let me tell you right now, if you're tired of diddling jokes,
brother,
maybe this is the episode you skip. I want everyone.
Don't do the show before we do the show. Okay. You guys just got on me for that with Out for Justice.
That was a real Hulk Hogan response from Zach. Brother. And then 2 Scoops McGee, he said, wow, Amin got Aaron Eckhart right during Black History Month. Reality just switched sides.
Oh, wow. Great point.
Was Aaron Eckhart in that movie?
Unbelievable.
No, but you were probably talking about the president in London has fallen.
Yeah.
Mr. President. Leave us a review, leave a comment. Make sure you're checking out CT5s on the main feed. Leave us your CT5 suggestions and lists on social media or in the Discord by subscribing to that Patreon, patreon.com/countthedang to get access to ad-free episodes, extended cold opens, rewatch 10 live events, past, present, future, get early episodes, access discount on live show tickets. That's coming up, maybe. Mm-hmm. Our Discord and all of our extra content across the entire a C, a T, a D network. If you have a submission, submit it. Reminder needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. We hit episode 250, started a brand new daisy chain, blah, blah, blah.
Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain.
We did Mark for Death. We did Boondock Saints. We did Red One. We did London Has Fallen. We did Hard to Kill. We did From Paris with Love. We did Vantage Point. I used European sounding name to link us to, oh, I'm walking here. So we could Mamma Mia that's a spicy meatball while I represent Tommy DeVito in Out for Justice. Mays used Forget About It to put us on trial in the 19 CB as we got betrothed to John Candy in a dress with a dickhead nose trying to put us through the bone stripper with nothing but trouble. Amin used rappers turned actors or dicks to go full-blown illegal murder spree vigilante as we battled the people's champ, racism, and the Meatball Brothers, Fettuccine and Alfredo with Shaft. Now I'm using the name drop of Richie Rich to bring us the 1994 slapstick comedy Family, Richie Rich.
Slapstick, huh?
Barely any slapstick in it.
Children's adventure comedy. I don't know where the adventure really comes in, but
I don't like children's adventure.
Adventures anytime you're around fucking Cadbury.
Same note too.
Also, having lesser privileged children enter your home to shoot hoops. That's also an adventure.
lesser privileged. They're the poorest, okay?
She's got a computer.
And internet access.
How poor could she be?
Okay, now you're burning notes.
She can email her dad, who left for a fucking pack of cigarettes and never came back.
Exposition award.
Went to Spain. Richie Rich stars Macaulay Culkin, Edward Herman, and John Larroquette. Macaulay is a 3-time repeat offender with The Good Son and Home Alone 2 as his previous episodes.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
He had The Good Son in 1993, Getting Even with Dad, and this movie in 94, and Party Monster in 2003.
Which qualifies. And I didn't realize that Party Monster qualified.
I thought that was like well received.
Critics apparently didn't like it, but it was an indie success. I'd like to do it. I think that'd be an interesting one to do.
Especially after seeing how weird he is in this movie.
Well, he's going through puberty.
I know, and it's not going well.
Oh, that's why his career ended right there.
We see it ending in real time.
For the second straight movie, we have a character who plays Donald Trump Jr.
Yep, that could have been Daisy Chain.
You know Edward Herman from Annie, Overboard, and The Lost Boys.
Edward Herman plays Rich,
or Dick Rich.
the anti-Trump. Trump likes to say you're fired. Apparently, this motherfucker has never said those words in his life.
You got job security.
154 episodes of Gilmore Girls. He's the grandfather.
Yep.
And he's also the narrator for the History Channel and PBS and was a spokesman for Dodge in the 90s.
Huh.
So that dude has infiltrated your brain.
All right, then, Dodge. All right, then. That's Will Patton and fled. I almost gave him ass off.
All right, then, Dodge.
And I filed the movie because Will Patton was so ass off.
All right then, Dodge. All right then.
John Larroquette is in Stripes, 193 episodes of Night Court, and the narrator in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies.
Dan from Night Court as the evil guy who somehow worked his way up the corporate ladder despite being clearly evil.
Christine Ebersol from Tootsie, Amadeus, Mac and Me, Ghost Dad, Black Sheep, and Wolf of Wall Street.
Soon to be broad ex-wife.
What?
That's her character name.
Yep.
Jonathan Hyde, repeat offender from Anaconda.
Oh my God.
He's on his run, man. Jumanji, Titanic, The Mummy, Richie Rich, and Anaconda. Killing it.
What do we call him?
Diddling Butler.
Okay. Michael McShane from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Office Space, and Whose Line Is It Anyway? He's Keen Bean. Chelsea Ross from Hoosiers, Major League, Above the Law, and he's a repeat offender for Amos and Andrew.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Reggie Jackson from Naked Gun.
I Must Kill the Queen.
Claudia Schiffer from Zoolander. Ben Stein from Ferris Bueller and the Mask.
Bueller.
Mike Baccarella, repeat offender for Fred Claus. Marilyn Dodds Frank, repeat offender for Mom and Dad. Rory Culkin, repeat offender for The Good Son.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Eddie J. Fernandez, repeat offender for Cop Out. But more importantly, he's Sleepy from 22 Jump Street.
Yep.
No way!
I think you got the wrong guy, Holmes.
Oh, that's bullshit, man. You're Sleepy. Everyone's saying the body of Sleepy. He like the Mexican Wolverine and shit.
And now 7-time repeat offender Frank Welker, Anaconda, TMNT 2, Golden Child, Suburban Commando, Virtuosity, and Deep Blue Sea.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Zach, did you not mention quite possibly the most Italian name since Michael Pavagia?
No, I left that to lay out for you guys.
Michael Macaroni. That's Tony. That's Shades, by the way. That's what I called him. One of the pores. Steffi Lineberg as Gloria, repeat offender from Drill Bit Taylor.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Joel Robinson as Omar and Jonathan Hilario as Pee-wee.
And also Mary Angela Pino, Gloria's mom.
Oh, the horny union rep?
I called her fake Rosie O'Donnell.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That's a great call. Dollar store Rosie O'Donnell? Absolutely. No one believes you're heterosexual.
Hey, Sweet Eddie Award goes to
Jesus.
the lesbian and the diddler. You could not pick two more polar opposites.
No. Also, I called the girl Julie the Cat Gaffney the entire time.
Gloria's not the name of a child, dude.
No, there's never been a child named Gloria. Richie Rich was directed by Donald Petrie.
Petri dish.
Donald directed Mystic Pizza, Opportunity Knocks, Grumpy Old Men, Miss Congeniality, Welcome to Mooseport, and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Welcome to Mooseport. Eligible, on the way, and R.I.P. Gene Hackman.
R.I.P. Gene Hackman. I'll let this out. In a group chat yesterday, Ian Carmel, the alcohol segregationist, brought up Gene Hackman being dead and that whole thing about, was it carbon monoxide? You know, we're talking about it. And he said, apparently they've been dead for a while. And I said, dead for how long? And his answer was, since Welcome to Mooseport.
Oof.
Great pull.
That guy yes ands better than anybody I've ever met, man.
He really does. It'd be nice if you learned something. 3 writing credits on this one.
Well, okay.
Progress. Neil Tolkien, story credit, wrote License to Drive, future Cinephobe, and Jury Duty, future Cinephobe.
No.
Tom S. Parker and Jim Genowan, screenplay credits, their writing partners. They wrote Stay Tuned, which is a movie I wish qualified, Major League 2, and The Flintstones.
It's not a knockoff. It's the genuine article.
Also, 8-time repeat offender composer Alan Silvestri and 7-time repeat offender producer Joel Silver.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Synopsis for Richie Rich. Richie Rich is the richest kid in the world. The one thing Richie doesn't have is friends. When his parents suddenly go missing, Richie hooks up with a group of kids who just might fill the void in his life while helping save his folks.
Is that what they think?
Hooks up? 20th century, bitch.
We didn't want to run that through a copy editor or anything. We're good.
Links up.
Yeah.
Hangs out with. Befriends. Anything else? You got a thesaurus handy?
Tagline, an adventure so big, even the world's wealthiest pre-teenager can't afford to miss it.
What the fuck, man?
How are they putting adventure in the tagline?
Why are they calling him a pre-teenager?
No.
Just say kid.
Call the kid.
This is like when R. Kelly was asked, do you like young girls? And he says, define how young are we talking? Like, what are you doing? Just say no.
2 alternate taglines, 5 buddies, 1 butler, and a dog on an adventure so big, even the world's richest kid can't afford to miss it.
Dollar didn't do shit in the whole movie.
He does have his moment.
Without the inventions, the butler, and the private fast food restaurant, he's just a normal 12-year-old billionaire.
That's terrible. Those are all terrible.
Keen Bean has inventions. This kid doesn't have fucking inventions other than Dad Link. Okay. They invented FaceTime and Find My iPhone.
$40 million estimated budget, grossed $38 million US and worldwide. Flop City, boys.
I had 76.
You had 76. Why would it be so different?
38 domestic.
It made no money internationally.
If you had 76, then maybe they added the 38 international.
They just doubled it.
Yeah, they just doubled it.
When you go to Box Office Mojo, it says nothing international.
Oh.
Which can't be the case. So
no, that's what happened. Didn't make any money.
It didn't get $1 single from international?
They tried.
Not a peso?
They opened it.
Not a yen?
But no one went.
Not a pound? Not a franc?
Okay.
More currencies. Give me more currencies.
I think I'm out. Not a ruby?
Not a rupee, you idiot.
Ruble. Rupee.
East Caribbean dollars. That's what I learned this just last week. That all those nations like Trinidad and St. Kitts, and they all use the same currency.
You learned this just this week? Before we jump in this movie, you listen to the rest of this podcast.
Yeah, the cold open came back.
Richie Rich is available on Netflix. You're welcome. Richie Rich receives 27% on 22 critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, 32% from the audience on over 100,000 ratings. Amin, would you like the positive or the negative reviews?
I'm a half full Louis suitcase kind of guy, Zach. Give me the positives.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
TV Guide.
Cowards.
Serviceable family entertainment. Nell Minow of Movie Mom.
No, this woman.
3 out of 5.
No pithy remarks this time, Nell?
Mm-mm. Sean Bowers of Kansas City Star.
Troy Bowers.
Austin Bowers.
Yeah, baby.
It was fun for what it was, which is not very much. But hey, kids will get a kick out of it for all the fun gadgets.
They'll get a kick out of it?
They'll get a kid out of it.
Inspector Gadgets.
Mouth is real dry this morning. Peter Slack.
A lot of sucking off last night.
No. There's the cold show before the cold show. Peter Stack of San Francisco Chronicle.
It's a great show.
A spirited and fluffy kids comedy.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Well, if they knew about Gabriel Iglesias' career, they might be right.
Oh.
Peter Stack instantly landed on a bunch of FBI lists, right?
Of course. Yes.
The moment he hit send on that shit.
Roger Ebert of Chicago Sun-Times.
The legend liked this?
Wow. What's sort of wonderful is the way this movie takes that old formula and makes it fresh and new with actors who give it wit and charm.
He's on the take.
User Nick H, 5 out of 5 stars.
Nick H.
The Kitapult rules. No notes. Perfect film.
Okay.
And then user Storage F, 5 out of 5 stars.
Storage Force.
McDonald's. What more do I need to say?
Fucking McDonald's.
Negative reviews.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
Mal Vincent of the Virginian Pilot. Darth Mal Vincent. The only good performance is that of Jonathan Hyde as the butler. Felix Vasquez Jr. of Cinema Crazed. Culkin looks really bored. Maybe because Richie Rich is so damn boring.
Was a boring cartoon, dude.
It was a boring cartoon. Joe Layden of Variety.
Scott Layden.
Frank Layden.
Trying to remember his name.
Decently crafted but oddly charmless. Jeff Andrew of Time Out.
Jandrew.
It's actually be Gandrew because he spells it G off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That means he's British, so you got to do the voice.
Unendurable. Eric D. Snyder of ericdsnyder.com.
We're not gonna take it.
Plays on every kid's fantasy of being so wealthy that no one likes him.
The kids fantasize about that?
I believe that was tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chris Hicks of Deseret News. Anyone out there who is still a Macaulay Culkin fan after this one is downright masochistic.
Wow, he's just trying to make it seem like it was leading up to this.
Also, Chris Hicks of Deseret News. Low-key consistent hater.
Yeah, he's always on the negatives.
He's not pretentious like that. Fuck.
Brian Orndorff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Rhodes of Internet Reviews.
Roads? Where we're going, we won't need roads.
Be careful about taking kids under 7 or 8 as it may scare them.
What part?
I guess prison murder.
Probably Cadbury. And then user Igor or Igor S, 1.5 out of 5 stars. Man, I wanted to give this a positive review. This was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I had a nostalgia thing today and went back to watch it. It is kind of a bad movie. I think what made me love this as a kid was the fact that this kid had a roller coaster at his house, plus a few gadgets. I was also a huge Macaulay Culkin, too. Didn't put fan in there. He was just a huge Macaulay Culkin.
The sequel?
I was tired of watching the first 2 Home Alone movies. Parentheses, I watched them all the time. So that definitely helped. If you're a Macaulay Culkin fan as well, watch it. But don't expect much because it doesn't have the same heart as Home Alone did. But then again, Home Alone 1 is a perfect movie, so it'd be hard to reach that level.
Thanks, Igor.
We'll get Amin's first note, May's first note, and my first note after these messages. Unless you're a Patreon subscriber, patreon.com/countthedings. You get an ad-free episode right meow.
I was never really a runner. The way I see running is a gift, especially when you have stage 4 cancer. I'm Anne. I'm running the Boston Marathon, presented by Bank of America. I run for Dana-Farber Cancer Institute to give people like me a chance to thrive in life, even with cancer.
Join Bank of America in helping Anne's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/supportAnne. What would you like the power to do? References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Pepsid Complete knows that food is one of the best parts of game day. That is, until heartburn strikes. Thankfully, just one chewable tablet of Pepsid Complete provides dual-action heartburn relief with an antacid that starts working instantly and an acid reducer that lasts all day. So you can stay focused on that second helping of chili without worrying about heartburn. All day based on 8-hour symptom relief studies during the day. Use product only as directed.
Amin, what is your first note?
Master Richie. Boy, that Master Dick Sounder is going to be working overtime this episode.
Well, it'll be working overtime, but it'll show up when it wants.
Okay. Maze, what's your first note?
Looney Tunes intro with Bugs Bunny.
Master Dick.
What? I guess it was a cartoon, so that's why, but
Yeah.
threw me off.
Kool-Aid Man just crashed it.
My first note, another movie that was on TV all the time as a kid. I suspect we will uncover unchecked diddling in this rewatch.
Monster Dick.
That was your real first note, right? You hadn't watched a moment.
I don't think I've watched this movie since the 90s. I thought it was going to be John Larroquette being weird around kids.
Because he's so horny on Night Court, right?
Right. I think that's what was creeping in.
I can't look at him as anything other than a horny person. A horny man.
Oh, man. When you were telling the story last night, you had so much detail. The detail was so rich. It was rich detail. Go into incredibly descriptive details of the story so we all know.
Oh, yes.
Now it's time for the scenes. Here's what happened. Bow. We see the Riddler's vault.
Oh, I called it a CGI safe repairman.
Oh, honest. I don't know if I like narrator's position when we see the person
that does the narrating.
Yeah.
You have to be someone who's not affiliated.
I need a fully disembodied voice.
It is an extended opening voiceover exposition montage.
It takes forever.
Lots of exposition.
When he says, when Master Richie came to the world, I said, Master Dick.
Yep.
Monster Dick.
Menage a note. They call him the world's wealthiest baby. And I said, after Elon Musk? Ha! Political.
Monster Dick.
He's got a gold rattle and a pacifier.
Opulence.
He loves gold.
Opulence.
Great wealth and privilege. And yet he was assuredly his parents' most valuable treasure.
Can you say Wall Street? Can you say blue chip? Can you say prophylactic?
Oh.
Can you say convertible debenture?
What do we think that is?
It's convertible debt.
Oh.
I looked it up.
Well, that's not as fun.
It would have been more fun to just guess.
Yeah.
He's got a mobile that's a crown with gold coins and different currency from around the world. That was the cheapest looking thing that was supposed to be expensive.
I know.
It's Monopoly money glued to a prop crown.
There's a $1,000 bill.
Oh, a Cleveland.
He undertook the good life. He's delighted to report there's never been a child with a sweeter disposition or a more spirited sense of play. And I said, uh-oh.
I didn't immediately jump there.
Monster Dick.
But it definitely made me tilt my head like, what's happening here?
You raised an eyebrow. Yeah.
That as a way to describe a child, that's a choice.
That baby is so fucking ugly. His father, the senior Richard Rich, spent countless hours in his office overseeing his vast business empire. He still found time to share simple pleasures with his son. Did senior just say he was going to buy millions of acres of jungle?
100 million acres of jungle.
What?
That's how you get to be rich, bitch.
While getting a manicure and a milkshake.
Oh.
It's an egg cream. I think this is a big egg cream movie.
This is egg cream, definitely repeat offender.
Stop saying egg cream, both of you.
Monster Dick.
Was it Feliz Navidad or was it the other one?
Yeah, it was Feliz Navidad. When they go to 2 Scoops McGee's ice cream parlor.
There's your daisy chain.
They're playing catches. Richard's on the phone.
But he doesn't throw it back, which is a real dick move. He makes Richie run up to the desk and get the ball back.
Well, yeah, I guess more of a game of fetch than catch.
Yeah.
The name of the company is Rich Industries.
Yeah.
This is from the makers of original films.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Imagine starting Rich Industries with nothing but a penny in your pocket.
And a song in your heart.
Is he self-made? Rich.
Unclear.
No, there's no way.
Definitely inherited, right?
Absolutely.
That's Nepo money.
He's driving Power Wheels, almost knocked over a vase full of cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
More catch, but he's older now. He's supposed to be a good baseball player. But he's throwing some real tomatoes.
Rotten tomatoes.
He is better at throwing than he was in The Good Son, though.
For sure, yeah, but that's a low bar.
He's taking some steps.
Yeah.
Starting to grow into his body now.
Careful, Cadbury.
Monster Dick.
Now we've got Macaulay playing against a Yankees player and the wait staff. We see the maid's vagina as she falls over on the ground. We see her vagina.
Yeah.
This is a children's movie.
I didn't put that in the look at this photograph carousel. I trusted that someone else would.
I didn't because I thought you would.
I didn't realize that. Do you want me to go get it right now?
Yes, please.
Okay.
We all pointed at each other like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Ass off to the bingo in the chef's hat, trying to make a catch in deep center field, falling into the fountain.
Why is he wearing the hat? I know it's a kid's movie.
He's staff.
Because he got to get his ass straight back to work.
You have to know that the maid is taking grounders at short and the chef is in center field.
Who's cooking?
The other chef. They got fucking 40 people on the staff.
The scene where they get fired? Had a bus.
Reggie Jackson's giving him hitting tips. He cranks one into the fountain. Cadbury the Diddler's the catcher. Good clubbing, Master Richie. You're scoring loads of points.
They're called runs, Cadbury.
Those is something.
He's a catcher.
And I said, Master Dick is a horseman.
Cadbury says they must run Butler Banter.
Butler Banter is absolutely a horseman now that you mentioned it.
Yep.
This fucking guy. If you were wondering if narration was over, it's not.
Still narrating.
In addition to his life of fun and games of luxury and privilege, Master Richie is obliged to undertake responsibilities far beyond those of a normal child. We cut to United Tool, which could honestly be the name of this podcast. It's a bankrupt factory that has been given a new lease on life.
Richie Rich arrives in a helicopter. They're opening this bankrupt factory, saving 600 jobs, middle of America, urban blight.
Rolling out the red carpet.
This is what MAGA people think Trump is, coming down in a helicopter.
Yes.
Saving the day. Everyone's jobs are safe and all that shit, which would make Richie Don Jr.
Kids playing baseball in a sandlot next to the factory, blatantly ripping off the sandlot, which came out the year before.
I called them the Mighty Sandlot Ducks.
Ass-on brigade of kids playing stickball.
Yeah, stickball for sure.
Like kids do.
This group of children is the DEI that Trump is talking about.
1,000%. I called it a multicultural band of bingos.
And Fatty loves him some McDonald's fries. He just has fries?
Take it easy on Pee-wee, okay?
Now, Zach, how did you know that the fat kid loved fries?
He's playing stickball. He's holding carefully placed product of McDonald's French fries.
Him holding food while partaking in athletic activities.
He does it fatly.
Swarm of press, the plant manager and the union rep, they push through. Cadbury introduces himself as Richie's valet. Never met a one of your type.
God.
That doesn't altogether surprise me, madam. Butler Banter.
Posey O'Donnell.
There you go. Well done.
The pores in the sandlot give tactical redundancy to their one dumb friend. What planet you living on? Richie Rich, the richest kid in the world. Exposition that her mom is the union rep. And while Richie is being offered gold-plated socket wrenches, he's distracted by baseball.
So this place is bankrupt?
No wonder they're bankrupt. Gold socket wrenches? Not like a gold socket wrench.
No, it's a whole set.
A whole set of functional socket wrenches that are made out of gold.
Insane.
This is why we don't have jobs in America. Because y'all do dumb shit like this.
Richie cucks some stickball. Cadbury diddled him from behind to get him to accept the gift from the shitty town.
I love socket wrenches. My dad loves socket wrenches. If my mom knew about socket wrenches, she'd love them too. And I said, women be not knowing about tools.
A splash of misogyny. The crowd loves it. They go crazy.
Well, Doc Rivers just showed up to the podium.
Fuck, man. They opened the fucking factory. You think they're giving a measured response? Like, okay, let's wait till the kid says something funny.
I'd love to stay, but I gotta go do my homework. It's been real.
Oof.
What a sign off.
20 CB.
Richie sneaks away to the stickball game. He starts to walk over. Security tries to get him to the helicopter immediately. Cadbury says, "Don't touch him. That's my job."
Now, at this moment, I still wasn't 100% on board.
What?
So my note was, Zach is going to call the butler a diddler, of course.
100%.
And then he says, grab him like that again, and you're going to need protection. And I said, okay, maybe he's a diddler. He's telling him, yeah, you got to wear rubber, man.
Posey O'Donnell says, poor kid. Poor kid? What do you mean? He's the richest kid in the world. You don't have children.
Do you, Dave?
Dave has never had sex before.
Sandlot pores. Think it would be cool to have everything. And the voiceover's back. Richie realized there was something missing in his life, something simple, something money could not buy.
If you have that much money, you could buy friends.
He does.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Spoiler alert.
Give him about 20 minutes.
Good news. Dad's home from the business trip. Takes at least 6 people to welcome them home. What does the wait staff get paid?
He's got 2 extra butlers named Jeeves and Hobbs.
Hobbs and Shaw?
Dollar has dollar signs shittily sharpied onto his body.
Sharpied on them.
This little fucker is drawing on his dog?
Tacky ass dog.
I don't think Richie's doing it.
Oh.
Is it in universe or May's just saying this is bad production?
I'm saying it's bad production.
No.
I'm saying that someone's job in that mansion to draw dollar signs on this dog.
Every morning, make sure.
Every morning.
The dollar signs are fresh.
Well, is it Rafaela, the artist?
Oh, boy.
Who created Mount Richmore, which they see through a telescope, which is exactly what you think it is. Pop wonders if it's a tad pretentious. He's worried about...
Looking at me right now, our program today on young hate mongers.
Same note too.
Reference.
Got it done in a week. Professor Keenbean invented some jargon, the proton particle maximizer.
Richard's worried his cheeks are too puffy. Richie walks in. United Tool went great. Here's the socket wrenches. Starts telling about the kids playing baseball when Cadbury interrupts. The president's on the phone.
What country?
Of Cobra Formula country.
This one's,
Golden dumpster.
Probably needs another loan.
Is Trump the president here?
Richie asks his mom if he can invite some kids over. She thinks he means for a dinner party or maybe a buffet.
Informal.
Not friends from school. They're busy.
He's got a chemistry lesson. Do I have to?
So I was confused at this point. I didn't know that he went to school. I thought, oh, he's homeschooled.
A schedule, sir, is like a house of cards. Take one away and they all come tumbling down.
Cut to Keenbean in the lab. He created the jargon subatomic molecular reorganizer for waste management. Turns garbage into bedpans and bowling balls.
Oh, I thought it turned garbage into a golf tournament where Amin gets blackout drunk in Arizona.
Good note. That's a good note.
All he does is type in bedpan and in no time at all.
Bedpans.
Except it's a bowling ball. And another bowling ball. Twins! And another bowling ball. Richie's not in the mood for his tutorial. Instead, the professor shows him a new adhesive. It's 10 times stickier than the strongest known to man.
Oh.
I call it Cementia.
Cementia is what Liam Neeson had in that movie, right? Memory?
Only when he comes.
Oh. We see an anvil stuck to the wall with this Cementia. Anvil's 20 CB?
Yes, absolutely.
Looney Tunes, yeah.
He accidentally knocks a scientist into the sticky wall. We cut to Rafaela. She's altering Mount Richmore.
Rafaela ass on, man.
Ass on?
Her trying to visualize with their hands.
What?
Ass on.
She's one of the greatest artists of our time.
He's using a massive laser cannon to sculpt Mount Richmore. Regina calls and they chat in Italian.
I called her Leonardo da Vinci.
We've got a Louis Pinnock duel right here.
Pronto. Lui ha pensato che le guance gonfie potevi fare una liposuction? Liposuction, sì. Va bene.
Para una liposuction?
Liposuction.
Liposuction, see.
Are you kidding me, dude?
Lock it in. I will fight every single one of you if it is not Rafaela for Louis Pinnock.
There's a surprising amount of competition, but I'm with you.
There is.
Hey, Paula! Listen up! Suck in the cheeks!
Richard has to fly out after dinner.
How do you put up with me? Well, you do have $70 billion.
Looked it up. 145 billion today.
Is that the only reason? No, you also have a cute butt.
Nice, roundy.
I hate it when women compliment my ass.
I don't.
I don't like it.
I like when they compliment your ass.
You're there. You're cooking, sitting in the chair.
I'm whispering into their ears.
Zach agrees.
Say he's got a nice ass.
The butler comes by and says, Madam admires your butt. And I said, that's more like it.
Master Dick.
Back to the lab. Keenbean spraying something on a mannequin suit. Makes it impervious.
Dirt-proof, stain-proof, waterproof, and
Sherman.
Professor calls over to Sherman, who looks like a real-life Beaker the Muppet. Sherman puts on safety goggles and opens machine gun fire on the suit.
He unloads.
Bulletproof.
Keenbean and Richie decide that the best place to stand is directly in the line of fire behind the quote-unquote bulletproof glass that doesn't seem to be holding up very well.
It's also Cobra formula.
Because he says, and then,
Well, it's bulletproof and it's got nothing to lose. Fire away.
It's not titanium, though.
It's hell on a dry cleaning bill. Now we go check on Keenbean's Cobra formula. What is this? A B? No, that's a paperweight. This is a B.
What is this? A B movie?
It's been a while.
update that spreadsheet.
Remote control, Robo B.
We built this Bumblebee.
Serious CGI.
We built this Bumblebee on CGI.
It's not a Bumblebee.
What kind of bee is it?
It's a regular bee. It's a Robo Bee, but it's not a Bumblebee. Bumblebee's fat.
That one wasn't fat?
PH.
No, that one was the normal size bee.
CGI, I must admit, for 1994, not bad.
Really good. I think it's good for today.
Scorpion for 3,000 miles to Grace.
It's also that classic, might have been 3D movie where it flies towards the screen.
Yep.
You think it's flying out into the audience.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Pollinates like 100 bees working overtime. Hands Richie the controls. He CG flies it around the room. Millions and millions have been spent on the bee. He flies it into a pan and Cadbury swats it with a newspaper.
We got a double ass-on contest between Richie and Keen Bean.
It's worth millions. Why'd you give it to the kid to play with?
Great question.
Number two, the kid didn't fly it into Mount Mordor or whatever. It's fucking Cadbury's fault.
Yeah, be mad at Cadbury.
I mean, it's actually Mount Doom and it's located in Mordor. Dumbass.
I want to say a word that would definitely have to be supercharged, but I don't trust you to supercharge it.
Monster Dick!
He runs away. Keen Bean chases him with the impervious spray, yelling, "You'll need this."
This is the part where I realized, oh shit, this motherfucker's going through puberty. Because it used to be given, hey, let's have Macaulay run away, and it's funny.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, why is this man...
It's super awkward.
I don't have that cuteness anymore, the innocence.
Oh.
Yeah? That's what's missing?
I wonder where that innocence got taken. I'm going to guess in Cadbury's chambers.
Chambers is a funny word.
I'm guessing we figured out why it's called Cadbury's.
Yikes.
Supercharge that.
Limo pulls up. Larroquette steps in a puddle, rips his driver, fires him.
Fires him?
Ass off, man. Golden dumpster.
How's he going to get home?
Great question.
He fired him. He didn't fire the car. The car's still here.
Whoa, hold on, man. You firing me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Security greets him, check the schedule, has the perfect time for them to do it.
Heavy-handedly tips their scheme. Van Doe loudly laughs it off. They're eating dinner in their enormous dinner table. Richie gets a call from his mom at the other end of the table. He doesn't like Van Doe, neither does his mom. Dollar, ass off, begging for the food.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Gobbles down the liver, and I said, Sean Astin, billionaires eating liver for dinner.
But in the 90s, in 20CB, I think it was a thing, man.
You're telling me that it's fancy?
Liver's good.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying price-wise.
I'm telling you it's good. Especially a duck liver, a little foie gras.
Now that we're clear on Zach's feelings on liver.
A little rillette.
Is it a fancy person's meal is the question.
I think in the 20CB it was. I don't think it is anymore.
I thought it was poor people's food.
Yeah. It tastes like shit.
What?
Kids don't like it. Eat your liver. That was a 20CB thing. They was telling kids they got to eat their liver, eat their Brussels sprouts, eat their lima beans, right? That was the holy trinity of shitty food that they told kids they had to eat.
In terms of price point, it's low. I can tell you that for certain.
I'm guessing they're getting top of the line liver.
But later, the Poors, Mama Poor, has a ribeye steak that she gives to Cadbury.
She's not poor. She has been siphoning money off that union for years.
She's been pocketing some gold sockets, is what you're saying to me?
Yes.
Gold sockets.
They have a computer. They have internet access.
Yeah.
Internet access in 1994, man. That wasn't no shit that everybody just kind of had.
No.
Van Doe wants to cut the $1 billion of charity donations they make every year.
$1 billion?
$1 billion.
$1 billion?
That dog ate all that liver. Welcome to Diarrhea City. Because that dog is going to have the squirts for a long time.
Check your lease, man.
Time to ask ourselves, what are we getting for it? I said, Van Doe, same question too.
Dude, $1 billion in charity.
Food banks, medical clinics. Medical clinics, those are hospitals.
Shelters for the unhoused gentlemen.
I said shelters and 7-Elevens for the unhoused.
Pack of cigarettes.
Van Doe also opposes the United Tool acquisition, and Pop agrees.
That's why I am getting rid of United Tool.
Richard, all those people and their jobs.
Oh, sir, that is brilliant. I should have thought of it myself. We buy the company in bankruptcy, level the factory, subdivide.
No, Lawrence. I'm keeping the factory open, like I said.
Well, of course. Then we go in and we bust the union, slash benefits, and then we sell the company.
No. We give it away.
We give it away. We give it away.
Absolutely. We modernize it, of course, and retool, and then we turn control of the factory over to the workers.
Richard, that's a wonderful plan.
Professor Keenbean comes rushing in to present the Smell Master, something to help us smell better.
CT5 dumbass invention.
Well, it ends up paying off.
It's a MacGuffin.
Does Keenbean live there?
Yeah.
He's always working in the lab downstairs.
He lives in the basement.
We have glasses to see better, hearing aids to hear better. Need something to help us smell better.
We do, dear. It's called Chanel.
Reference, product placement, banter.
Combination.
Cosmic gumbo.
She take my money
Oh boy.
when I'm in need. Yeah.
No, she likes his butt.
That's what you say to someone who's fucking funding everything, man.
They seem very in love.
Yeah.
Look, she allows herself to get plowed. In return, she gets to live this lifestyle.
Not once in this movie does she get plowed.
Yes, she does. On the fucking raft?
Spellmaster 9000 takes any spell within 20 yards and turns it into a digital audio signal. They use it on wine. They use it on the roses. They use it on the dog. Foie de veau.
Stitches on himself by identifying liver smell from Dollar. Vando's dismissive, calls it a toy. Pop thinks it's good old-fashioned American ingenuity and know-how. Right, Keen Bean? Keen Bean stuffing his face with cream puffs.
Fatly.
Oh, I get it, because he's fat.
Fat shaming. Horseman.
Fat shaming is a horseman for sure.
Absolutely.
Anybody fat in this movie has to be eating at all times.
And eating chaotically.
Like a fat piece of shit.
Like that woman in Good Luck Chuck.
Yep.
At the pool.
Garbage bag full of donuts.
Van Doe notices the new Monet, suggests beefing up security.
Exposition that the real valuables are locked in the rich family vault.
Oh.
Hello, exposition.
Someday I'll give you a tour.
Newspaper delivery boy panting hard, biking a full basket up to the mansion. I gotta get a new job.
He's going to be too tired to run from Cadbury.
He's doing shtick to himself?
Well, you got to entertain yourself. It's a long ride, man.
Doesn't even have a Walkman or anything. It's a rough job in 1994.
The cuckoo clock is Mini Cadbury ringing a bell. Kind of ass off.
When it goes in to get the trumpet and comes out and plays Reveille, definitely ass off.
Oh, yeah.
Is that 20 CB?
I'm sure they still do it in the military.
I bet they don't.
I'm sure they do. I'm just saying as a function of what we do in movies to let people know, hey, it's time to wake up.
I don't think we've had that since 9/11.
9/11 stop Reveille.
I think so.
Do you think that's what they wanted to do? Was that the whole goal? Enough with the fucking Reveille.
You tell me.
Wait, why would I tell you? Hold on.
Richie's got a rack of basketballs next to his suit of armor. Cadbury tells him to not be a slug-a-bed.
Oh,
what?
Very busy schedule.
He's just got 1/3 of a half court in his room?
Yeah.
How is that functional? He's only going to be good at free throws?
Enough to hit a pull-up elbow jumper.
A midi.
The ceiling is right there, by the way.
Yeah.
The ceilings aren't high enough. Well, I guess he's little, so.
I'll say this. Pretty good.
Jump shot's not bad.
It's not bad. It's way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought about how much we shit on him in The Good Son, looking like he'd never thrown or caught a ball before.
He hit puberty.
That jump shot is fucking working for that kid.
Yeah.
I could tell that he wanted people to know.
Absolutely. I've been in the lab.
Yep. Been doing this shit.
They think I'm just some little dork who's setting up booby traps everywhere. Watch this shit.
Tell Arnold I don't feel like exercising. Reference.
That's what they're going for, right?
That Arnold Schwarzenegger was his trainer.
Schwarzenegger's his trainer.
In comes Claudia Schiffer.
Ooh, I'm about to pop. Did you guys not pop for Claudia Schiffer?
Of course I did. I'm just not going to say it like that.
How are you going to say it?
I popped.
Okay. Yeah, you did it better.
Richie breaks the fourth wall to perv out.
Yep.
Don't need this every time. We've got a fucking movie from this kid.
This is what we're doing. Is this what we're doing? America? Hey, we got Macaulay Culkin in this movie. He's got to look at the camera at least once.
Cut to them doing aerobics, and they're just looking at her ass.
Cadbury ass off doing these movements. Arnold's history. They stare at her cheeks.
Nice, roundy.
Why is he here? Maybe it's because he's so horny. Oh, yeah, I'm going to work out too. But now I realize what it is.
No tales get told.
Making sure the kid doesn't change flavors of what he likes.
Oh, flavors.
She's about to bend over, and we're like, oh shit, are they about to just show us her ass, right? The very next scene, Richie Rich, showered, dressed, and whistling. He definitely rubbed one out. That is all the behaviors of someone.
He's a child.
Yeah, that's puberty, man.
All the behaviors is a new twist on all the makings that I don't like.
That is exactly what happens. What are you talking about? He's entering puberty. Claudia Schiffer just bent.
I'll tell you what I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about a child rubbing one out. That's what I'm not talking about.
Did you not rub one out when you were a child?
Why do you want to know?
To make my point.
He notices a zit in the mirror. He hits a jumper on his gold basketball hoop, quart of gold.
Yep.
Goes to his desk, turns on Dad Link, which has a crude rendering of the professor.
Lawnmower Man Keen Bean, yeah. Hiya, slugger.
Satellite dish locates Dad on a map in Washington, D.C. in the White House. Cut to the White House.
He invented Find My iPhone, and then he invented FaceTime.
Let's throw Apple Watches in there too, because that shit's going through his watch.
Pop is explaining debt to the president.
Explaining it like he's never fucking heard of.
Right.
To a child.
When you spend more than you bring in, that's called debt. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
And this is supposed to be Clinton.
No, I think it's supposed to be HW.
I don't know. Clinton was the president.
They hit his face, which was a choice.
Yes.
They could have just had it be whoever is the president.
No, you had to.
Generic President Belinsky.
We'd never hire a Belinsky to do it.
Richie tells Dad he thinks he's getting a zit, leans into the screen to show him. Dad hangs up. Cadbury congratulates him on the zit.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Richie gets dropped off at his extremely preppy school. We've got Ben Stein teaching econ.
This fucking school.
Golden dumpster.
Every kid has a full-on business desk.
That is a great touch.
I thought that was actually really funny.
This whole scene is a golden dumpster to me. It started with the desk, but I liked everything about this scene.
The kid reading the paper in the middle of class.
Reynolds.
The other kid miniature golfing. The kid getting tailored.
Yeah.
The fax machine on the side of the desk.
To pass notes.
All of it is actually fucking brilliant as a joke. Like, what would a rich kid school be?
It's really great.
Problem is to rally the board of directors and stave off bankruptcy. Reynolds says have his secretary get back to the teacher. Ellsworth, the putter, says he'd bribe someone. And then Reginald, the sassy kid getting tailored.
Sassy kid, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he's sassy.
Careful.
Clip his answer.
Reginald, what would you do?
What would I do? Simple. I'd float a rumor that we're the object of a takeover bid. And as soon as our stock went up, I'd sell.
That's not only unethical, Reginald, it's illegal.
I'm only 12. I can't be held legally responsible.
Good point.
It's a great scene.
That kid's going to run the country.
Yeah.
That kid's brilliant.
That's Jared Kushner, right?
The other kid is named Cuthbert that received the fax. As he accuses them of passing notes, Cuthbert's already shredding the note, and then Richie gives his classic Culkin shit-eating grin.
We have Reynolds, we have Ellsworth, we have Reginald, we have Cuthbert.
Richie is somehow the least obnoxious name out of the group.
Cut to gym class, it's just them fencing.
Kids riding life cycle exercise bikes, reading the Wall Street Journal, and one kid slamming a large Evian bottle with headphones on, 20 CB.
Oh man, Evian was the peak of water.
Yeah.
Talking about capital appreciation. I've got one word to say to you. Pork bellies.
That's 2 words. Ellsworth.
Pork bellies, 20 CB.
I think all we do is talk about money. We should be having fun. Money is fun. Richie invites them to come over and hang out like normal kids.
Reynolds thinks Richie's acting weird. Anyways, no can do. Promised my dad to go to Tokyo with him for a hostile takeover.
Ellsworth? Trustees meeting. He gets poked in the ass by Reginald. Watch your rear, Ellsworth. Whoa, first rule of defense.
He's probably had some master dick around him too, huh?
Oh, whoa.
He yells at a butler for bringing him the wrong espresso drink, and then Richie pokes him in the ass.
No, he poked him in the taint.
He dumps it all over himself.
He was in his taint.
He fucking penetrated him, man.
And he starts whimpering. Immediate callback by Richie. The other kids love it.
The kid's ass off.
Oh, he's so ass off. If he had one more scene, he would be locked in.
Can you give me Reginald's voice one more time, please?
Watch your rear, Ellsworth. First rule of defense.
Richie's in the car. His Latin tutorial's been moved back. Time for a quick spot of polo. Tax law seminar. This weekend flying to London, taking tea with Her Majesty.
He's not happy. He wants friends to hang out with.
First, my friends are too busy to hang out with me. Now I'm too busy to hang out with me. And I was like, that's bingo logic, kid.
It is, yeah. Cadbury, it's beastly, but you must understand you're being groomed. I said, I'm going to stop you right there, Cadbury. We know.
Dude.
We know he's being groomed.
God damn it, man. If this ain't one of the greatest look at this photographs ever, because the caption is right there. You are being groomed.
Just so everyone knows, look at this photograph. It's not part of the podcast. It is on our YouTube page.
It's going to be a good one this week.
Make sure you're checking it out. Certain sacrifices have to be made. Richie's changed his schedule, tells the driver to make a right. We're back to the Sandlot.
They're still playing?
We're the Poors. They're still playing baseball in the middle of a weekday.
That's all they do.
They haven't even showered. They're all wearing the same clothes.
Richie tells Cadbury to chill, but they probably haven't even been vaccinated.
Topical.
He wants to play. They huddle up and talk about it. Turn back. Not.
You know what you got to clip here, Mace.
That suit is black. Not. This suit is not black. No, not has to be the end. Okay. Okay. This suit is black, not. This suit is black. Pause. You know what a pause is?
Yes.
This suit is black. Not.
This suit is black. Pause, not.
No, you don't say pause. This suit is black. That's a pause. Not.
This suit is black.
Okay. I'm not quite...
This game is black knot.
Yep.
They're going to bet. 5 says she puts you away. 5, how about 10? Richie agrees. 10,000 it is. Pulls out a wad of Grover Cleveland's. $1,000 bills. Kids are stunned. Gloria corrects him. $10.
In a wad of thousands, he has a 10?
In the middle.
All the other kids pool their McDonald's money.
Well, French fries is McDonald's money. I just call them French fries.
Cadbury thinks it's unseemly to take their money before telling him.
It's a touchdown, Master Richie.
Julie the Cat Gaffney throws like an absolute bingo. She gives him a little chin music at first. He ducks. Cadbury wants to console him. Everybody laughs. He dusts himself off. Next pitch, he cranks this fucking thing into the factory.
Breaks a window, just like the good son.
Cadbury comes.
Yo, does he ever come? The butler says, truly a prodigious blow, Master Richie. And I said, okay, man.
Richie calls it a lucky swing.
Fucking took you yard.
He invites him over. Julie the Cat Gaffney's like, just take the money. You don't belong here.
Have we done worse parents? CT5?
No.
Richie Rich's parents are absolutely top of the list.
Yeah.
You are basically letting this man diddle the shit out of your kid.
I don't know what private jets looked like in the mid 90s.
Not like this.
But this piece of shit, the $1 billion one, you don't need to set up a bomb for this thing. That shit's going to crash on its own. It's going to fall out of the sky.
This is the plane from Indiana Jones. Yes. The Temple of Doom where they crash over the Himalayas and shit. That's the same plane.
Security guy puts a red present in there with the luggage being loaded. Family arrives for the plane.
Ready to fly to England. Richie would rather have a hot dog at Wrigley. So would Pop. Regina's mad that Pop is bringing the Smellmaster as a gift. We get some royal family banter about their 20CB shenanigans.
Reference.
Cadbury explains to the mom that Richie tried to make friends.
Wasn't a great success.
Proposes that they leave him behind for the weekend.
He convinces the mom, leave Richie with me.
You guys go to another country. Yeah. I got the kid.
You know how boring it is meeting the Queen of England is for kids?
Hey, whoever that fucking commenter was, me forcing in a diddling story, this diddling story is forced in us.
Maze's face. No!
The clip that Maze has in the intro.
Wait, you guys have notes about 9/11 for this movie?
How do you not?
This is how I felt about this movie. If anyone says this is not a diddling movie,
you're out of your mind.
The whole plot is this man diddles the shit out of this kid at every turn.
Remember when I fixed racism with my picks? I'm fixing diddling here.
Are you?
I'm getting rid of diddling in 2025.
Are you fixing it?
I don't know that you're fixing it.
I'm trying to.
You're forcing it on us unwillingly, apparently.
I'm not. No, Cadbury's forcing it.
Okay.
I feel like I'm being assaulted every time I do this podcast.
The Poors arrive at Richie's mansion. It ain't no house. It's a whole hood. Guess which kid said that?
That's perfect timing.
Was it the white girl?
Wasn't the white girl. It wasn't Michael Macaroni Shades.
Was it Fatty McFrench Fries?
Was it the tumbling fighter
from
Bloodsport?
Repeat offender?
This little shit, Gloria says, I've seen bigger. I said, what a magnificent hater.
Oh, man, she sucks.
Where have you seen bigger?
Cadbury tells Richie he's arranged for entertainment.
I bet he is.
No, it's not the Vienna Boys Choir. Other arrangements.
Hi, guys. Hey, rich man. Just checking out your crib here. Crib?
I believe that's street slang for home, sir. An idiom.
Who you calling an idiot?
Black kid's dumb. Fat kid likes luncheon. 20th century bitch. What a time to be alive.
Every stereotype.
Checking every box.
He recruited the children to diddle, opening his diddling empire up.
Yeah.
Why'd they pick him up in a piece of shit car? And then I found out it's because Posey O'Donnell was the one that drew him there.
Cadbury prepared a fancy menu. Film noir. Richie talked him out of it. McDonald's. Fat kid's having a heart attack.
No, he's not. The fat kid has an orgasm.
A lot of talk about kids coming in this episode from you.
I didn't make the movie. His eye fluttered.
Like never messing on the beach.
I actually thought like Sean Wayans.
Oh,
I'm coming.
Of course, Professor Keen Bean is already there with a fully loaded tray.
Keen Bean has 30,000 calories on his tray. That is so much food. Not even the fattest could eat all that.
Keen Bean is balancing this shit.
That is a 1990s Dallas Cowboys offensive line amount of McDonald's.
When do you ever need multiple nuggets?
Richie shakes Pee-wee, then hits a jumper in his room. Richie expositions the dad link to Gloria. She expositions that her dad's in California.
Dad!
If he didn't have email, I'd probably never get to talk to him.
Your dad is like Elijah Wood's dad in The Good Son. Touring the country.
Oh,
you have like Forrest?
I've got him in Salamanca.
With a camera?
1994 having email. All right, that's interesting. I wonder if that'll come back. And then this is when I lost my mind because the other kids run over And I realized that Pee-wee is holding a burger in his hand. And I said, wait, has he been holding this burger
while playing basketball?
While they were playing basketball? Yes, he was.
Yep.
Yes, he was. He was playing defense with the burger in his hand. He's going for a rebound with the burger in his hand. That is cruelty by the director. That is cruelty.
Not even Kevin James would do this. Kevin James would draw the line here. He'd draw it with gravy, but he would draw the line.
When I saw this and went back, I died laughing. I had to stop writing Golden Dumpsters after this. This is one of the most offensive things I've ever seen.
I gotta be honest, this movie's terrible. That might have turned it into a file for me.
I just saw the
I lost it. Hey, can I play basketball with the other kids? They're like, no, you got to hold this cheeseburger.
W, you know why you're a cast?
He's trying to close out. He's going to play a 2-on-1 drill.
He's trying to fight through a screen with a cheeseburger in his hand.
Oh, shit, man.
Oh, fuck.
Yo, the fucking 90s, man. I swear to God, these motherfuckers did not give a shit.
Oh, man.
Take your plans out of the group chat and get long weekend ready in new Abercrombie. From day to night, pack new outfits for every part of your itinerary. Grabbing brunch? Throw on the A&F Mila dress. Then head to your dinner reservation in their new bubble hem mini dress. And yes, permission to overpack for pics with the girls. Abercrombie's best-selling Scarlet Squirt deserves a post in your feed. Your plans are worth it. Shop Abercrombie's new long weekend collection online or in store.
Business taxes. Was stressing about all the time and all the money you spent on your taxes.
This is my bill?
Now Business Taxes is a TurboTax small business expert who does your taxes for you and offers year-round advice at no additional cost, so you can keep more money in your business. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com/business. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service.
This episode is brought to you by Atlassian. Atlassian makes the team collaboration software that powers enterprise businesses around the world, including over 80% of the Fortune 500. With Atlassian's AI-powered software like Jira, Confluence, and Loom, you'll have more time to do the work that matters. In fact, Atlassian customers experience a 25% reduction in project duration per year. Unleash the potential of your team at Atlassian.com. Atlassian.
Chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can make me feel like a spectator in my own life.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine preventive treatment.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor, visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com, or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Cut to the Kidapult launching kids onto a big inflatable target as What I Like About You by the Romantics is playing.
Cadbury definitely designed this.
They had to change it because it was pointed at Cadbury's room, and then they had to move it to the inflatable pad.
By the way, Cobra formula. Want to try the Kidapult? And she says, what's the Kidapult?
Each kid goes flying. French fries has food when he goes, of course. He can't even get launched in the air without fucking food in his hands.
Dog. Potato chips. Potato chips.
So fat.
Flying everywhere. Oh my God, man.
This kid isn't even that fat.
No.
He's overweight, but he's not Keen Bean. Keen Bean's fat.
Dude, I kept thinking about the writers, make it more More. The cruelty of these.
We're just getting started.
I've got the dailies coming in, and the film company's like, nah, man.
The notes from the studio.
This kid needs food in his hands at all times.
We have him eating a lot. Well, there is a scene where they play basketball.
Reshoot it. Put a cheeseburger in his hand.
They play tag on ATVs. Meanwhile, we've got Cadbury walking Diane around the grounds.
Nobilis manus toperius habitat manus deum. In the gentle hand of the gardener lies the hand of God.
Are you a Sagittarius?
No, madam.
Pisces?
No, madam.
Leo?
No, I'm a Taurus.
I knew it! The bull.
Correct, madam.
Now look, don't call me madam, okay? I don't like the connotation. My name's Diane.
Of course, Diane.
Oh, how about you? You got a first name?
Of course.
And?
Herbert.
Herb.
No, it's Herbert. I'm not a seasoning.
Kids come roaring by. Cadbury pulls Diane close. Do I detect a rising fire sign, Herbert?
What the fuck? Are they making a hard-on joke in a kids movie?
Now the kids are riding jet skis on the lake. Black kid says it's the best day of my life. Pee-wee's double fisting a sundae and a milkshake. Me too.
That is fucking nuts.
We got to up the ante. We've got to raise the stakes here.
Richie takes them to a roller coaster next. You got it last Christmas. Pee-wee says, I just ate. Shades, you always just ate. Everyone laughs. They are fucking burying Pee-wee, and it is absurd.
They're trying to get him to kill himself. I guarantee it.
The actor, not the character.
Yes, the actor. Vando's looking at a map book of the Bermuda Triangle, 20 CB.
Dude, that was such a big deal.
Then he takes...
And enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Hey! Oh, champagne!
It was much bigger office.
I know this is a kid's movie, but you don't think it's a little suspicious that before anyone has even heard about the crash of the plane containing the rich family, this dude has already started to move into the office?
Yep.
And taking control of the company?
Pop's flying the $1 billion one.
Wait, there's no pilot.
She tells him not to eat any chocolates. He says he's not going to eat chocolates. He goes for the chocolates. Then he uses the smell master to identify the boxes and finds trinitrotoluene. Does a double take, brings it to the front. They take way too long to figure out it's TNT.
No shit, Sherlock.
Open the box. Countdown's at 7. Good God, Regina. It's a bomb.
I guess a good thing that window opens.
They toss it out the window.
Blows up the tail. They're going down.
Cross-cutting, screaming on the plane with screaming on the roller coaster.
Comedy.
Pretty good filmmaking, I thought, the splicing. But they're flying in this plane from Chicago to London. That in a fucking Boeing 767 is at least an 8-hour flight. In the Spruce Moose...
Spruce Moose.
You don't respect the boulevard, and you don't respect the fans.
It's like a 3-week journey. You might as well be on the Titanic.
Yeah.
Vando pops the bottle, toasts himself as the new chairman.
Let's update that CT5 names list. Spruce Moose is going on there. Move Rico Dread off. Move Cuck O'Leary up. Then Spruce Moose can be the OLI.
Diane tells Cadbury, it's been a slice.
What?
Maybe she'll see him around. Richie's invited to baseball next Wednesday. And then Shades, Michael Macaroni, lets it slip that the penguin-looking dude offered them $100.
Gaffney yells, I said forget about it.
Everybody shut up. No one has to pay anything. End of story.
$100 a head. That's a going rate for diddling, huh? And these dumbasses said yes.
Of course. They're playing stickball outside a condemned factory.
The maid delivers the bad news to Cadbury. Richie rushes to the dad link, can't make signal contact. He taps on the keyboard, power increase.
Enhance.
Doesn't work.
Enhance.
Enhance.
Security walks into the office with Vando.
After I plunder the rich family vault, I think I'd like to buy a country somewhere. Something small, not too ostentatious. Luxembourg, perhaps, or maybe Ecuador.
Richie wasn't on the plane. Vando's pissed. Now he's got to kill the kid. Richie watched a news exposition on a tiny portable Sony on the dining room table.
The peak of technology.
He's a billionaire, folks. Richie knows they're alive. Cadbury assures them they're together and happy. Cut to a floating raft. Pop tinkering with the dad link.
Regina wants to soak in a vat of oil of Olay.
Reference 20CB, product placement, everything.
They follow up the oil of Olay with the Radio Shack reference.
And that's when he reveals he's never fired anybody.
I put Sean Astin. Richard, the billionaire, never fired anybody?
Anybody.
Oh, Richard, wake up and smell the seaweed.
They have to survive to warn Richie his life is in danger, that Vando might kill him.
Cut to a board meeting, moment of silence. for the tragic passing.
Now!
First order of business, United Tool.
Literally a moment by the time they bow their heads. Cut to Richie on the phone. Gloria already called him to tell the news? That was quick.
His voice cracks hard in this phone call.
Super hard. Clip it.
Close the factory? What do you mean they closed the factory?
I'm sorry about your parents, but can't you help?
But can you help? His parents are dead, as far as you know.
I mean, that's it. So can you help?
So get over it and help this.
Me spending time giving you sympathy is not going to bring them back. They're gone. You can save my life if you're the life-saving. I mean, if that's your thing.
I don't know if I can do this, Cadbury. How many times has he said that in his life? He's getting diddled, Mace.
Richie and Cadbury go to work. Hits him with some more Latin. Verum virtus patris interim habis.
I heard something else.
What's that mean? It means you have the power of poppycock inside you. Cobra formula.
Formulus Cobras.
Kind of like Luke Skywalker using the Force or whatever.
Excellent reference, sir.
Cadbury has never heard of Star Wars, apparently.
Vando lusting after some broad in a wool suit using a rowing machine.
He's trying to diddle his assistant.
This is Dan from fucking Night Court.
Yes.
Richie comes in. He offers him a seat, but he goes behind the desk. He's taking a sabbatical from school to run the company. And then he starts making faces at him through a magnifying glass as Vando tries to talk him out of it.
Doing those faces with a 20 CB.
Magnifying glass or 20 CB.
John Larroquette ass off in this as he's trying to explain this shit.
Super ass off.
To a child who does not give a shit.
He's ass off when he pretends that they were working this whole time and he wasn't trying to fuck.
The memos.
Then he's ass off giving his heartfelt sympathies. Then he's ass off trying to explain this to this kid. It's a tour de force.
Cadbury explains in Latin that he's given full power. Oh
my God. Man.
And authority to Richie. United Tool stays open. Richie and Cadbury high five. And then Vando smacks the broad's papers up in the air as he storms out of the office.
Sure does.
Money Magazine kicks off a magazine montage.
Magazine's position.
Yeah.
The cousin of newspaper's position.
Egg creams at the board meeting, slurping through a straw, 20 CB.
All these kiss asses in the board meeting, they're all drinking egg creams too.
Yep.
Slurping them down.
We don't need to call it an egg cream.
It's what it is, man.
What's an egg cream?
I don't like it.
Master Dick.
No.
Richie isn't going to fire anyone just like his dad. He makes the board take a pay cut the fat on their own bodies. Everybody tucks in their shirt. Now he's rollerblading around the office.
Rollerblades, 20 CB.
Wants to figure out why rich candy bars are down 12%. He and Dollar are getting manicures. Dog World Magazine with a feature on Dollar.
The secretary is telling Lee Iacocca that Richie will get back to him. Clip baby Billy.
But look at you now. Why, are you richer than Lee Iacocca?
Sandlot kids show up to the office. Fat kid absolutely comes at a giant gumball machine.
Immediately distracted.
You don't even eat gumballs.
Yeah, it's not even food. You're right. I guess he is. Blowing a hell of a bubble out of his ass.
He makes it rain gumballs and spills them all over the ground and then says that he didn't do it. Poor Pee-wee.
Ass off to the secretary on the ground after she slips in the gumball.
Yes.
I had ass on, but okay.
Very Joe Gatto.
They've done exhaustive candy taste testing with his new research and development team. We at Rich Candies must increase our nut proportion by 15%. Come on, man.
Same note too.
What are we doing?
Cadbury's like, yes.
WizKid learns the biz on Fortune Mag. Now the whole squad is rollerblading through the office.
Quack Attack is back, Jack!
Vando's getting pwned. And now Richie is people's sexiest van alive.
What are we doing? Who's the editor for People Magazine?
Well, Cadbury.
Zach, I need you to update our Pepe Sylvia board.
Oh, shit.
Where's Cadbury in the syndicate, man?
He's above 2 scoops for sure.
Yes.
Because he's got access to a billionaire.
Easily. He can make everything happen. He's paying kids. This is trafficking, what he does.
This is a movie about trafficking children.
Guess who's reading that People magazine while getting his temples massaged and gratuitits pressed against his head? It's Vando!
Giant pawpaws.
These migraines are bad enough without your incompetence. Get out! Vando tells Chelsea to put the revised plan into action. This time, make sure the gloves come off. Gloves, sir? It's a metaphor, hamhead, for Cobra formula.
Hamhead.
20 CB.
Out on the life raft, the parents are out of Perrier, caviar, and Melba toast. That's what rich people eat in the 20CB.
Melba toast.
The only thing left is a bottle of Dom and a packet of Bubblicious.
Enough champagne to fill the Nile or fill the Bermuda Straits, I guess.
Dad's confident they'll be fine. She sees her suitcase in the ocean, says they're saved. We go back to a board meeting. Profits are up at record rates. Interrupted by the police to come arrest the diddler.
Basically, Richie's better at this than his dad is.
Yeah.
Well, he fixed the candy thing. His dad couldn't have done that.
His dad's been running the company into the ground.
And his dad is already the richest man in the world.
Correct.
Herbert Cadbury, you're under arrest. I said, for diddling? And then they said, for murder. I said, oh, got it.
Cobra formula.
Yep.
Anonymous tip, searched the mansion, found bomb parts in Cadbury's room.
Sure.
Security stops Richie from running after him, presses mobbing him and Van Doe as they leave Rich Industries. Van Doe says his main concern is that Richie survives this poor episode. Ass off.
He's playing it well.
Petition to become the legal guardian.
Cut to news exposition that he's been granted legal guardianship.
That was quick.
Yeah. Richie looks out the window as sad piano plays and the hose from Assassins is sprayed on the window.
There's so many people getting on a bus to be
deported?
Oh.
Well, first of all, hold on.
Jesus.
They weren't lying when they said this motherfucker doesn't fire anybody.
There's so many people. He's just adding.
It's a bus. You know what it's like? Have you ever been to Magic Mountain or Disneyland using public transportation?
Oh, no.
I have. And the bus stopped right before the entrance to the park is the employee entrance. The whole bus gets off.
I thought it was the Vanga bus. I was excited.
The Bang bus, what?
Oh. Cut to Richard getting Regina's luggage on the raft. Her makeup and dresses are in there. So is his tuxedo. They can throw a dinner party now.
They're celebrating.
Are these too high at all times? They're way too happy.
I think this is the hysteria when you're stranded at sea.
No, but they're this way when they're not stranded, when they're at home. Like, there's a darkness hiding in some of this, right?
Well, no, he's like that. She's just going along with whatever keeps the money line going.
Because he's got a lot of money and a cute butt.
Well, I even think that last part is fiction.
You think she's lying?
I think she's lying for the money.
Maybe she likes his butt. I don't know.
Maybe she does. Do you like his butt?
I would have to look at it again. I don't remember finding it remarkable, but I'm also not attached to him like she is.
Now make him the richest man in the world and you're attached to him. Now do you like his butt?
Do whatever he wants.
See, there you go. My point is proven.
Richard grabs her electric shaver for her legs. Don't you think it's an odd time to shave your legs? This will be the very thing that saves them. He turns it on. He giggles. She says he's been too long at sea.
She doesn't get it.
No.
He needs the batteries. Dad Link is still blinking. Dad not found. Chelsea bursts in with the ladder. He's installing security cameras.
Just like Gerard Butler.
They're locking down the estate. He won't be going into the office anymore. There's a massive closed circuit security office. I mean, they dismissed all the employees, but you need a staff to run a mansion that big.
For sure.
Things are going to fall into disrepair immediately.
They're hiring Doge.
Yeah, exactly. You clean house of people who might be loyal to the former regime and you bring in your own people.
Regime king.
That's what the richest man in the world would do.
Richie wants to talk to Van Doe. He's playing pool, just like Steven Seagal movies. Everyone plays pool. Security is with Van Doe, says things have turned out just the way we planned. Van Doe gives him a look, and it's corrected to you planned. Wants to know where the vault is. Must be billions in there. Security was never privy to its location.
You think he's Scrooge McDuck?
Yes.
Billions in the vault?
How else do you hide $70 billion?
Future callback, by the way. I did not see coming.
Keen Bean might know.
Guess who's listening through the floor?
Gadgets. Gadgets are horsemen.
Chelsea's going to get Cadbury hung in his cell in a kid's movie. We're talking about killing prisoners in prison.
Yeah, but imagine the kids are awkwardly hitting puberty right in front of our eyes. You know, that kind of kid's movie.
I don't have to imagine, it's happening. His name's Macaulay Culkin.
Beaten off to Claudia Schiffer.
Cut to prison. We've got ominous looking prisoners in the cell. This guy's very excited looking at Cadbury.
Oh, you talking about White Power Bill?
Well,
they're about to have sex with them, right? That's the implication.
No.
No?
It's a kid's movie.
What's the implication? They're all crowded around and excited.
You think they're about to get way out of line?
Way out of line, exactly.
Welcome to your worst nightmare. They're playing gin and the diddlers won. Prisoner freaks out.
Film noir.
Richie shows up to the police station. Cop at the desk is reading The Sexiest Man Alive People with his face on it. So he turns and hides and asks to give a bag to his uncle. It's Cadbury. The card is in Latin. Latino, huh? Thought he was English.
Hilarious.
Golden dumpster.
I want to ask, Zach, would you like to change your daisy chain to rich guys dressing down to camouflage as a poor?
Oh.
We've got Christian Bale doing it in Shaft.
Yeah.
Now we got Richie Rich wearing his poor guy outfit to prison.
The hoodie with a jacket on over it, or is it a jacket with a hood that is half one color, half another?
Oh, I think it's a jacket with a hood. I don't think they had the style to put a hoodie under a jacket back in 1994.
Got it.
It's a tempting one, but the drop of Richie Rich was such a reference in Shaft. I'm going to keep it with that daisy chain, but that's a good one. It's a very sensitive special toothpaste. How about that? He's got sensitive teeth. Cut to Cadbury in the bathroom.
Him whistling cheerfully in the prison bathroom, I started laughing.
He's been killing it gin this whole time. What are you talking about?
He's acclimated to prison life really well, really fast.
Sleepy is there. Mexican Wolverine in leather clothes. He's not in prison garb.
He's a biker or some shit. I don't know.
The other prisoners run out. Cadbury puts toothpaste on his toothbrush. His teeth were starting to grow fur.
The toothbrush melts. He says, talk about extra strength Tata control, Butler banter.
Reads the card. Life in danger. Use toothpaste on bars. Life in danger? Really? How melodramatic.
Ass off reading the card as he kind of looks up to think.
Just then Sleepy starts choking him with a towel. They're fighting all over the room. We hear the fight.
He gives him a swirly, knocks him out.
You keep calling him Sleepy.
That's Sleepy from the barrio.
That's Sleepy, the Mexican Wolverine.
Relax. Taco Tuesday, okay?
I'm not doing a Mexican voice. I'm doing Jonah Hill doing a Mexican voice.
I'm not saying a racial slur. I'm pretending to be someone saying a racial slur.
Big difference.
What are you talking about?
That's what I'm doing. I'm not insulting the great Mexican people.
He melts through the bars with the fake toothpaste, ties a rope with sheets, and climbs out.
20 CB.
He stole Sleepy's clothes?
And they fit.
The prison lets out into an alley?
Still hasn't brushed his teeth.
Still growing fur.
Which bothered me more than any of this stuff.
That's what bothered you?
Yeah, I hate feeling like I need to brush my teeth.
What about the do-rag?
I love the do-rag. It's acclimating to prison life.
Cadbury apologizes for showing emotion and getting caught up in the moment. Richie's there waiting for him. Cadbury, yes, sir. Shut up. Thank you, sir.
Newspaper of the crash found no bodies, no life raft. He knows they're alive. Dad Link can't go back to the house, but he's got another idea.
Meanwhile, Professor Keen Bean is, you guessed it, eating.
Oh.
Vando's waiting for him. Says he knows everything.
They threaten to kill him.
Shows him a switchblade. After the professor says nothing will make him talk, now he's going to talk. They go to Gloria's house.
Thankfully, this poor kid has internet access and a computer.
Not poor. I thought we established that.
Diane sees Cadbury and says, whoa, look who's slumming.
I hope she dies.
Posey O'Donnell, yeah.
Cut to the raft. Richard can't get the Dad Link to work, but he grabs her jewelry, makes it work. They hope Richie hasn't given up the search. Richie's almost hacked into Dad Link. Julie Cat Gaffney likes this normal look on him. She used to think he was a spoiled rich kid.
He is.
Now he's not so bad.
He is a spoiled rich kid. What changed?
And even richer than the last time you saw him.
Yeah, net worth went up.
This kid's been killing it.
Invested in Bitcoin.
Got to Cadbury telling the lonely Posey O'Donnell no over and over. She doesn't consent.
It's a stake to his face. Film noir, 20 CB combination.
Not poor.
No, it's a fucking nice steak.
Ribeyes.
Thawed too.
They call Chelsea from the security office. Chelsea's choking the professor. Threatens to turn him into a bedpan. Only the riches can open the vault. It's voice activated. Chelsea leaves, Vando taunting the professor with the sandwich.
Puts it on Fatty's chest.
Richie locates Dad on Dad Link.
20 CBS modem.
But Chelsea unplugs it before the upload is complete. Hate that. So now they have to break into the mansion. Let's kick some butt, shall we?
Cut back to the raft. They're finishing their champagne. They're all dressed up. They know Richie won't let them down. They hear a plane to rescue them.
Transition from the plane to the kids plotting their break-in with walkie-talkies.
Cadbury's talking about he's wanted for attempted murder. I said, actually, as far as the world's concerned, you're wanted for murder. Nobody knows these people are alive.
Limo pulls up. Vando gets the call that the package has arrived. Cadbury rolls up with the kitty pult. Does that candy, doesn't he? He's upset that it's not pointing towards his room.
It's a new experience for him to send them away this time.
They load up manure.
Fire at security. They miss. He ducks by coincidence, hits a statue.
He's eating Twinkies.
He smells the shit while he eats a Twinkie. They fire again. Direct hit. Security's calling for him.
Somebody's throwing shit. Great way of getting out of the curse word in a kids movie.
The kids movie where they said, we're going to hang him in his cell.
Yep.
And also they were going to sexually assault him.
Oh. They urge Cadbury to be a Lewis Pinnock and answer the call on the radio.
Yeah, this is Nash.
You started as Gerard Butler there for a second.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, this is Nash. False alarm. Everything's slicker and the snot on the doorknob.
KFB.
Well, I'm headed in prison.
Roger that.
think those Twinkies are starting to rot his brain.
Security chief is watching the Three Stooges. Pee-wee takes the Twinkies.
Of course.
Spoils of war, man.
A little bit of shit had to get on those.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't care.
For sure.
They break into the lower entrance near the lab. They find the professor who's trying to eat the sandwich.
The look he gives when McCully walks in and grabs the sandwich and throws it.
Oh, he's ass off.
Ass off, golden dumpster. He is legitimately enraged.
Yeah.
That little half sandwich there, McCully would dare throw it away.
He made some kind of blue potion. Richie and Cadbury see the camera. Security's watching. Three Stooges. Keen, Bean, and Gaffney pour the concoction into some pipes. Combination of laundry detergent, dishwashing detergent, and bubble bath. It's called Sudsational.
Yep.
Bad writing.
This distracts the security guards by making the front fountain a bubble bath. They yank a bunch of wires out of the circuit box. Then the professor doubles back to the fridge to take a huge bite of a stick of liverwurst before exclaiming, "My vengeance!" Thanks, Gerard Butler, with his mouth full.
Big movie for fat jokes.
They get into his room for the dad link. Says, "Dad's right here."
Phil Noir! Van
Doe is sitting in
Doe!
a chair, smoking a cigar. Yeah.
Got the parents bound and gagged.
He literally could have just chilled for the rest of his life. Van Doe didn't really have to do any of this.
No.
He was going to be wildly wealthy.
Right.
The greed of a villain, huh?
Message!
Kids are hiding. They smell shit. It's Nash. He's covered in shit. Takes his Twinkie back. He's got the kids.
Van Doe wants the vault. Phil Noir, it's in Mount Richmore from the beginning of the movie.
You really are filthy rich, aren't you?
Chelsea takes everyone down into the lab, into a cage.
Why are there cages in this house?
You know why.
Well, the cage is to put trash in to turn into bedpans and bowling balls.
Cadbury lives there.
Okay.
Why is it big enough for a human or
Why is your dad?
8 humans?
Not 8. Fucking a whole litter of children.
I think it's called child sex trafficking at this point, right?
For sure.
All right.
Something Jason Statham might battle in a movie.
Oh, man.
Human traffickers beware.
Don't give it away.
The professor's hiding, uses the Robo-Bee. Then he decides to use the adhesive.
Dementia.
Nash gets stuck to the stairs.
Memory.
Chelsea turns on the machine. Professor sticks a towel to his face. Now he's stuck in the adhesive on the ground, but he uses the bee to sting Chelsea in the ass, who runs forward, headbutts, turns the machine off just in time. The bee does a celebratory spin, and they finally made a bedpan.
Who freed the kids? They just jumped out of the cage. No one went and got them.
The bee.
The bee went and unlocked it?
Yeah.
What? No,
It's a multi-million-dollar bee.
Don't just say yeah like that. The fuck are you talking about?
I think that's my favorite yes and.
What?
Yeah.
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 Richie grabs a bag full of inventions and runs off to Mount Richmore. Van Doe's super impatient. The Riches do some nice harmony to sing the vocal recognition password.
Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money.
Maybe we're ragged and funny.
But we'll travel along, singing our song, side by side. Code accepted. Thank you, Beavis and Butthead.
Reference.
A lot of doors opening, and then when you get in there, guess what? Oh, it's worthless junk.
Accordions, baby pictures, tricycles, bowling trophies. They call them their priceless possessions. He wants to know where the money, the gold is. In banks. Where else?
And the stock market.
Real estate.
No shit, Sherlock, but also, okay. All right, then, Dodge.
All right, then, Dodge.
I looked at the writers of this movie and I said, all right, then,
Tells the guy to shoot them. Richie walks in with a sword. What's the matter? Can't do it yourself? He tricks him into shooting Richie.
Once again, kids movie. An adult shoots a kid in the chest with a gun. Ah, but Phil Noir, bulletproof spray.
But what if he shot you in the face? What if he shot me in the face?
That's a risk we were willing to take.
Dad pushes the guard. Richie uses a sword to disarm the gun. Richard punches Van Doe out. Regina hits the guard with a banjo. They run out. They close the vault. Van Doe barely escapes, but he's stuck in the door with a jacket. He shoots at them. They run out to the side of Mount Richmore.
This gets pretty ridiculous. So they're climbing up onto the glasses.
Yeah.
Van Doe's after them. Meanwhile, Chelsea goes down to that sculpting laser from the beginning of the movie, and he's shooting at them with the laser. Cadbury shows up. He's throwing croquet balls at the security guy. And in a good son flashback for Macaulay,
Oh, yeah.
the mom slips off the glasses and is dangling for her green screen life.
If you want a daisy chain to the good son, we can do that.
It sounds like you guys want me to pick good son.
Chelsea's overloading the laser, blows off the nose of Regina.
Oh my God, my nose! I look like Michael Jackson!
They're fighting spatula against a knife.
Finally, he knocks out Chelsea with the scale model. He takes one shot, immediately knocks Van Doe loose, who rolls down the face, dangles by a rope in front of them. Rich family banter about firing people. They finally do. They fire Van Doe. That's all it takes.
Then Van Doe filed an HR complaint.
The mom punches him.
Yeah.
She's the heavy. She's the enforcer of the crew.
She's a desperate one. Needs that money.
Cut to a Little League game.
On their front lawn?
What?
All these people are on the payroll. Every single person here.
Cadbury is coaching?
Richie cracks a home run, maybe.
Well, no one goes after it.
Security and Van Doe are doing prison work in the front yard?
Yep, because they need the community service.
All the people who would be working on the yard, Zach, are watching this game.
Professor Keenbean is the umpire. Inside job.
Oh.
How about Cadbury as a coach? This guy called him a touchdown earlier. Go ahead and hit a touchdown or whatever.
Hit a touchdown.
I mean, this kid's had Reggie Jackson coaching him since he was 4.
Reggie wasn't available for the final scene.
No, all of the day's work. Posey O'Donnell kisses Cadbury. He says, not my type, a little old. The kids accept Richie, lift him up. Richard says now their son really is the richest boy in the world. He has friends.
Freeze frame. Vault closes.
Roll credits.
He had friends.
Yeah.
They went to school with him.
Yeah.
They were just busy being douchebags.
Not really his friends.
Seatbelts fastened. Tray tables in an upright position. Here we go.
Plot liftoff?
Mine is when the Indiana Jones plane takes off.
Oh, I had a plot crash landing. It's when the plane is going down. Post bomb.
I'm going to say when John Larroquette fires the limo driver. That's when we know this is an evil guy.
Yeah, I want to change mine.
Oh, boy.
To when he tries to throw the TNT out the window.
Seconds before.
Yeah.
When he slides open the window on a transatlantic flight.
I'm going to change mine to security putting the bomb with the luggage.
Oh, yeah.
Now we've got a little Russian nesting doll of plot liftoffs.
Oh, there's another one.
You guys' price is righted by plot liftoff. Actually, the explosion minus 1 cent, I think, is more accurate.
Right before the explosion.
Why don't you try telling us what the fuck happened?
Plot summaries. 95 seconds on the clock. Zach, you're going first.
Count me in.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Richie Rich is the richest kid in the world, and his dad is worth $70 billion, but refuses to fire anybody. And he's zooted out of his mind at all times, just like his wife is, so that they can enjoy the spoils of life. He has a diddling butler named Cadbury who's trying to give him cream eggs all the time. We've got John Larroquette who works for them, and instead of just being one of the richest executives in the world, I would imagine, he decides, I need to kill these people and steal the money from their vault. So he sets up with security to explode their plane. We find out Richie has no friends. He's running the business. He tries to play baseball with the Sandlot Mighty Ducks gang, and they don't like him. Nobody likes him. Even his own friends don't like him. The plane goes down. The parents are stuck in a life raft out in the Bermuda Straits, as Amin put it. Meanwhile, John Larroquette trying to take over the company, except Richie's too good at business, and they keep building even more wealth so one day they can buy the presidency and start going through all the fraud and corruption that is in the U.S. government. So eventually Richie finds his dad. John Larroquette finds the dad. They bring the parents back. He gets into the vault, decides, I want that vault. Guess what? All they have is a fucking garage sale inside that vault. No actual money, no actual riches. And at this point, Richie Rich decides, I want to kill this man. The mom tries to kill the man. Cadbury decides, I can diddle this boy a little bit more in the future. And that's Richie Rich in a nutshell. Oh, and he also hits a home run, kind of. I mean?
Okay, I'll go.
Not counting you down.
Yeah, I'll count myself in. All right.
You decide when you want to go.
All 3, baby. 1, 2.
Look, do me a favor. I don't want to do a countdown. before I do the
No
scene.
countdown.
No countdown. Can we just
Okay,
do it
I'm-
off of action?
Just in your own time. Good. So
I'm not a rocket ship, okay?
Okay. All right.
3, 2, 1.
You count
Richie
yourself
Rich
down.
is a spoiled, rotten. Oh, come on, man. You can't, don't do that.
I can't notice
Don't
that you
throw me
count
off.
yourself in.
Don't throw me off, man.
Just start talking.
Now you're gonna do it again. I just know you're gonna.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm ready to record.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Richie Rich is a spoiled, rotten, friendless, nepo baby little shit with a rich-ass daddy and a butler named Cadbury who for sure has been diddling this child his entire life. In between getting baseball tips from Mr. October and drawing dollar signs on his dog, Richie attends the reopening of a sweatshop in Midwest urban Blightsville, USA, where he sees a multicultural brigade of bingo poors led by a girl who plays baseball. He tries to join in, but he's manhandled by Agent Bourbon and Poor Choices, who Cadbury then warns that if you're going to touch Richie, you need protection because he's pegged him with AIDS. Back at the Rich Mansion, we meet Professor Keenbean, who is held captive, not with locks and chains, but with the promise of unlimited McDonald's on demand. Van Doe arrives. He's a living testament why you should never, ever have a never fire anyone policy. He points out that maybe $1 billion in charity a year might be a tad much. Okay, you changed my mind, Van Doe. You deserve to keep your job. Richie works out with Claudia Schiffer under the watchful eye of Cadbury, then rubs one out, also under the watchful eye of Cadbury. Richie then goes to school at the Donald Trump Jr. Center for Nepo Baby dipshits who can't read good and want to learn to do other stuff good too, where he learns he's too busy to hang out. Cadbury reassures him that this is just because it's all part of his plan to groom him.
30.
Then takes him back to the bingo brigade for an impromptu game of ass on ball. Richie's parents decide to take the plane for the Temple of Doom on a transatlantic flight to see the Queen, but Agent Bourbon and Poor Choices
20.
sneaks a bomb on board at the behest of Van Doe. Okay, maybe you should have fired him after all. Cadbury uses the open house opportunity to kickstart his child sex trafficking ring. Despite Van Doe's plan, Richie takes control of the company.
10.
So Van Doe exposes Cadbury's diddling to have him in prison so he could rob the vault. Richie breaks Cadbury out with the help of the bingo brigade to defeat Van Doe, but not before he finds out that they ain't shit in that vault anyway. Did it.
I forgot about Fatty, too. I should have had him in my plot summary. That's a mistake by me.
Which one?
Oh, good point. I meant Kid Fatty.
Yeah.
I had Keen Bean, but I left Kid Fatty out for Maze, so.
Careful.
Thanks so much. 3, 2, 1. Richie Rich is the richest rich kid that's ever riched richly. But during a PR stunt at the United Tool Factory, he discovers that all he really wants is to play sandlot baseball with the poors. His dad, CFO, named Van Doe, plots to kill the Riches and take over the business by having the head of security blow up their plane. The parents survive the explosion but are stranded at sea. Richie takes over the company and proves to be quite successful, much to Van Doe's chagrin, until he frames Richie's butler, Cadbury, for the plane bombing and takes guardianship of Richie, putting him under house arrest while Van Doe tries to find the family vault. With the help of the scientist Professor Keenbean and his endless inventions, Richie breaks Cadbury out of prison, hacks into his dad-linked tracking device using poor people internet, and then breaks back into his own mansion with the help of the poors. Turns out Van Doe already captured his parents again, uses them to get into the vault, which contains no valuables. Van Doe shoots a child in the chest,
30.
But he's bulletproof. Massive laser shoots Mount Richmore repeatedly. The Riches fire Van Doe. Richie hits a home run. Now he's rich in friendship too.
20.
But what this movie's really about is trying to come up with more and more creative situations to have fat people find food, including Richie's friend Pee-wee, who plays basketball with a fucking cheeseburger in his hand when he closes out. The end.
Oh, shit.
I like we have very different approaches to this shit, but it all works.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can find options that fit your budget and potentially lower your bills. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader. Like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
Ooh. One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct. When the film was put into production, Macaulay Culkin was 5'2". A cast of tall grown-ups were hired to create the illusion that Culkin was shorter than he actually was at the time. Most of the adult cast is taller than 6 feet.
Richie's roller coaster is the Iron Wolf from, you guessed it, Six Flags, Great America.
Go to look at this photograph to have that be pulled together.
The Forbes Fictional 15 ranked Richie Rich as the 4th richest fictional character in 2006.
Who's richer?
But they only gave him a net worth of $10.7 billion, even though in the movie in 94, they said $70 billion.
Well, his dad was 70.
Sure. So maybe he's only got partial, but then his dad should be number one because number one was Daddy Warbucks from Annie. $36.2 billion.
That dude's not richer than Richard Rich.
Yes, he was, man. It's 1912 or whatever.
Number 2, Charles Montgomery Burns from The Simpsons, $16.8 billion. Number 3, Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales, $10.9 billion. Number 4, Richie Rich, $10.7 billion, ahead of Mr. Monopoly, Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark, and Willy Wonka.
Bruce Wayne isn't richer than them?
Bruce Wayne absolutely has to be richer than them. He's got so much money, he literally just runs around at town at night beating up homeless people, unhoused people, excuse me.
I mean, I take it back. You're right about Daddy Warbucks. If this is 1912,
yeah,
I just plugged $32 billion into the inflation calculator. It gave me NAN.
Really?
Cannot compute.
1933.
Okay, 1933. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. It would only then be $781 billion.
Okay. Daddy Warbucks, by far, man. Not even close.
Wait, how do we know he had $32 billion?
You got to take it up with Forbes. They did this for years. This is the 2006 list. Pretty much from 2006 on, Scrooge McDuck was number one.
At the time of filming, Zach, you'll appreciate this. Macaulay Culkin was actually the richest kid in the world, like in real life.
Oh, shit. How about that?
That's kind of dope. That's an ill flex.
Mm-hmm.
Culkin was nominated for Worst Actor by the Razzies for this and 2 other movies in 1994. Also, shout out to Madam Werb. Worst Picture, 2024.
Oh, one?
Yep.
How? Wait, what was it up against? Do we know?
Joker, Folie à Deux.
Didn't see it.
Future Cinephobe.
I thought about it.
Borderlands, Future Cinephobe. Megalopolis, Future Cinephobe. Reagan,
Ooh.
Future Cinephobe.
Oh, wow.
I saw Borderlands. I saw Megalopolis. Madam Werb is not even close to Megalopolis. That is offensive.
In countries where Richie Rich isn't as well known, the title was changed to Rich Kid or Billionaire Boy.
Oh.
The Czech release actually tries to go as far as to connect this to Home Alone with a title that loosely translates to Home Alone and Wealthy.
That's a better title. I like that.
Filmed almost entirely on location at the Biltmore Estate in Asheville, North Carolina. Or Naboo.
Or Naboo. John Cleese and David Thewlis were both considered for the role of Cadbury.
Oh, Cleese would have been good.
Cleese would have been good.
Yeah.
Actually, John Hine replaced John Cleese, apparently.
Oh, about that.
John Goodman was considered for the role of Richard Rich Sr., and Tim Allen turned down the role. Imagine how much worse it is with Tim Allen.
That's a bad movie.
A direct sequel that would have starred Macaulay Culkin was planned but never materialized, mainly due to Culkin going on an extended break from acting after this. This would later go on to become the direct-to-video release, Richie Rich's Christmas Wish.
Christopher Lloyd was the first choice for Professor Keenbean. Big surprise.
Yeah.
It's a scientist who says zany things. How would they have worked in the McDonald's plotline?
How would he have been fat?
Maybe he would have invented being fat.
Maybe he would have invented Ozempic.
Ozempic.
You remember our old friend Kit Culkin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out he was still causing a lot of strife off camera because he had director approval privilege for this movie and rejected 2 directors and refused 3 more. Warner Brothers executives became frustrated and ended negotiations with Culkin. 1 week later, efforts were made to repair the rift. A month later, Joel Silver said it was over for the Culkins. Elijah Wood was offered $1.25 million and passed on the offer. 2 months after that, they settled a 3-month standoff and took away Kit Culkin's director approval. Kit would receive 10% of Macaulay Culkin's $8 million salary. That's a cool $800,000.
Wonder if they could have made it if it was Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
No way. Nowhere near the charisma.
I'm not saying he's as good an actor or as charismatic, but
just not have to deal with Kit Culkin.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
By the time they started making it, you're a couple years into Home Improvement.
As I understand it, Joel Silver pitched this as the world's richest kid because Macaulay Culkin was actually the world's richest kid. So,
okay.
Warner Brothers originally suggested that Richard and Regina Rich have a pilot on the plane who falls ill and crashes the plane into the ocean because they thought Van Doe placing a bomb on board their plane was, and I know what you're thinking, not suitable for a kids movie. Nope. They thought it was too similar to the plot of Speed, which had opened only 6 months before this film.
Put a bomb on a bus!
And became such a hit that it actually hurt the box office profits of Getting Even with Dad, Macaulay Culkin's previous film, which opened a week after Speed did in theaters. However, Donald Petrie had creative control and insisted the scene remain with the bomb exploding in the rich family plane.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Oh, well, hold on, man. You following me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Louis Pinnock Accent Award. Got Christine Ebersole. That's the mom's Italian. Marilyn Dodds Frank, Italian. Liposuction, C.
Liposuction.
John Larroquette, Ecuador. Cadbury's Latin. And Cadbury pretending to be Nash.
Oh, yeah, this Nash.
It's the artist, man.
Yeah, Rafaela.
Liposuction.
Liposuction, C.
Then yells at someone in perfect English after she gets off the phone.
That's because her name is Marilyn Dodds Frank.
Suck in the chinks.
Oh.
Cadbury's.
Let's show them who the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five Horsemen, Butler Banter, Gold, Poppy Talk, Latin,
Inventions, Gadgets,
Magazine Montage, and my pick, Fat Shaming.
I'm torn between fat shaming and diddling.
I mean, the guy had a whole import-export operation happening.
Yeah.
But
although the kid was playing basketball with a cheeseburger in his hand.
You're really going through it on this one, huh, Zach?
It's the toughest decision we've ever had to make.
Typically in movies, there's a fat character and we will fat shame that fat character. These people said, give me two. They doubled up.
Amin, how many kids are in the Vienna Boys Choir? Because they all got diddled.
The Cage.
The Cage.
The Cage also. The shot of Cadbury holding Pee-wee.
I don't like that picture. I don't want to think about that picture. Go to the YouTube, look at this photograph if you're confused as to what this pain is.
Did you see it when you watched the first time?
No, I missed it. I don't have an eye for that thing like you do.
I have an eye for diddling. I know when diddling is happening. This is how you stop it. By knowing it's happening. Ignore it. You look the other way like Zach Harper. It continues.
What's the Horseman?
Diddling.
Fat shaming.
Oh,
wow. Diddling. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so you changed yours?
Yeah. Diddling. Diddle it up, Mayes. Not a command.
Oh, that's the soundboard button I never want to press.
And yet you'll add it just in case.
I'll add it just to look at it, not hit it.
What's the picture going to be, Cadbury?
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on, fuck it, ass off. Ass on, fuck it, ass off.
Michael Bean Memorial Ass On Award. I had Marilyn Dodds Frank as sculptress.
Ass on?
Yes.
Oh, she was ass off.
No, man.
And Joel Robinson as Omar.
His name's Omar?
Omar coming.
Racist.
I don't even know who Joel Robinson is or Omar is, but Joel Robinson as Omar?
Yeah.
Yes, it's him.
Macaulay's not good.
He's not good. Omar's terrible.
Yeah, you're right.
Carl Weathers Memorial Ass Off Award. Edward Herman is Richard Rich. John Larroquette is Van Doe. Jonathan Hyde is Herbert Arthur Runcible Cadbury.
My man Keen Bean. Don't forget the look on his face when Macaulay threw the sandwich away. The fury in his eyes.
Regina Rich is really good too.
Yeah, she's good.
I think it's Larroquette.
Yeah, it's Van Doe.
He's great.
Are you good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
It fits you like a baseball mitt, like a glove. I hope.
Golden Dumpster nominees. The school scene.
The business class.
Specifically the business class scene. Every kid at school having a massive business desk. The kid putting. The kid getting tailored. Faxing and shredding notes. Who you calling an idiom? Must increase our nut proportion by 15%. And my winner, when I more or less stopped writing them down, Pee-wee holding a burger while they're playing basketball.
Other nominees. Excuse me, sir. Telephone call. It's the president. Which country? This one. Probably needs a loan. John Larroquette's first scene where he says 37 and a half miles of driveway you managed to park in the 5 feet with a puddle. Latino? Thought he was English. The sandwich getting thrown away and the fury in Keen Bean's eyes.
What are we doing here, guys? It's this kid playing basketball with a cheeseburger in his hand.
Yes.
Sweep it.
Yes.
Come on.
We stopped recording for 5 minutes.
The fuck we doing?
Laughing our asses off.
He's so fat and food obsessed that he played basketball holding a cheeseburger and he's fighting for that rebound.
Well, Zach, you're being a little redundant when you say fat and food obsessed. It's 1994. They're synonymous.
The classroom scene was great. It was a great scene.
It's great.
And it got blown off the map by Pee-wee refusing to put the burger down.
If Pee-wee doesn't play basketball with a cheeseburger in his hand, I'm picking the classroom scene for sure.
CT5 greatest golden dumpsters that didn't win.
What? That's such a bad idea for CT5.
Well, Zach, you picked it, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I like that.
Over file.
Oh, man. This was nostalgic. I watched this a lot as a kid. I don't think I've seen it in minimum 25 years, maybe longer. And it did scratch an itch for the nostalgia of wondering, would I want to watch this movie again? Had a lot of fun with this. It's not a good McCulkin.
It's easily his worst.
Easily his worst, especially of the movies we've done, but in general.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be an easy file, but boys, I'm going to have to go with the Phobe. I think I'm all good on Richie Rich. I don't think I need to watch it again. Well, God, the kid does play basketball with a cheeseburger in his hand.
Man. What are you doing?
No, I still got to go Phobe. I got to be honest. I'll look at that picture again. I'll just go to look at this photograph on our YouTube channel if I need to see that part again.
Maze.
This is a tough one. I feel like parts of it were pretty funny and lampooning the rich well, especially when he goes to school. That was by far the best beginning to end sequence, complete with the little bratty kid yelling at the butler about his cappuccino while they're in fencing PE. It is bad McCulkin, but I feel like most of the other actors do a good job other than the Poors, the Sandlot kids. And for the most part, it's pretty well made. The break-in heist sequence at the end is not that great, but I wouldn't say that it drags necessarily. And I laughed really fucking hard at Pee-wee with the cheeseburger in his hand. Maybe the hardest I've laughed all year, which is fucked up. But once I realized what was happening and I went back and checked the tape, discovered exactly what the director made that kid do, I think I gotta file it. Richie Rich.
You know what? Switch me to a file. That fucking kid with the cheeseburger. Switch me back.
You know what I'll never forget and we'll never lose is Maze discovering in real time. Wait a second. Is he just holding a cheeseburger and then rewinding? Enhance. He is holding
every play,
every single one. Yeah, man, this kid.
Every scene in the kiddie pool, at the Sandlot, at all times by the river.
They would not stop burying fat people in this movie. They made their point. He didn't need to pick up the fucking Twinkies.
The shit-covered Twinkie. They do it in a way that is so, pardon the pun, heavy-handed and so fatly.
Lazy.
And so overtly and so lazily that it's actually great.
It's not lazy, man.
It went across the entire spectrum. It went right back around to this is fucking incredible comedy.
Let me stand up for bullies everywhere. That shit wasn't lazy, man. I mean, it's mean. It's cruel as hell. But it is brilliant.
Maze, you got to clip into the intro. Let me stand up for bullies everywhere.
Think about the thought process to say, nah, not even when he's playing basketball.
More.
That's not lazy, man.
It's commitment.
It's cruel.
It's commitment to a lazy bit. Amin Phobophile.
You better green sweep this shit. Between that, even little things like Cadbury whistling in the prison bathroom. Where's all the money? In banks.
Yeah, that's actually a really funny moment.
And again, we keep mentioning it. The Donald Trump Jr. Center for Nepo Baby Dipshits who can't read good and want to learn to do other stuff good too. It's brilliant writing, that scene. All of it.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie, not so much, but it was enough to make me like it. It's a file.
Send us your Phobophile, Golden Dumpster, ass on, ass off, 5 Horsemen, Louis Pinnock, and your reaction to a kid playing basketball with a cheeseburger in his hand at Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Cornballs, at Cinephobe Pod, at Count the Dings, or drop in that Discord by being a Patreon member, patreon.com/countthedings.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
I had to text my friend about it. I had to tell someone that this was happening.
Why are we underground right now, sir? Why can't we be out in the open? Why aren't we in a square right now? Why aren't we talking to people, letting them know Item 9 exists? Get it out. Shout at the rooftops. This is great. This is the bee's knees, Item 9.
It's one of the great revelations in Cinephobe history.
It is. CT5 Revelations.
You can watch this movie and not notice it.
Yeah.
It's right there, below the surface.
This is right there with Joss Whedon, right?
Yeah.
Which had nothing to do with the movie.
Nothing, just means inability to decipher the internet.
It's called Open.
No!
It wasn't. It was in the middle of the episode.
Was it? It's called Middle.
Oh my God.
Which episode was it?
It was Nick Fury.
Oh, yeah.
Go listen to that again.
All right, then, Dodge.
Maze, what's the next pick? All right. Well, once again, furious that Rookie of the Year, Chicago movie with baseball in it, does not qualify thanks to Soulsy at the movies. Damn you, Soulsy.
How recent was the Soulsy review?
2023.
Damn.
Soulsy.
Nobody calls her that, by the way.
I'm stuck between 2 movies. One of them is a classic that I used to watch, not quite as much as D2 The Mighty Ducks, but up there probably 20 plus times as a kid. The other one I don't think I really watched, but there's a scene that I think will break Cinephobe. It's really tough, but I am going to go with Baseball as the Daisy Chain to Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, fuck.
Only a matter of time.
I have not wanted to do this movie at all.
Only a matter of time. I've looked at it.
I don't like this movie. Put me down for a phobe. Well, unless you find a fat kid with a cheeseburger in his hand in outfield.
Unless one of the baseball players has a cheeseburger.
How do we think Pee Wee would have handled it?
Fatly.
Well said.